In the ancient lands of the Near East, a story of survival, faith, and divine promise unfolds. A story that begins not with a king or a prophet, but with a handmaiden named Hagar. Her journey is one of the most poignant and powerful in the early chapters of Genesis, a testament to the struggles of those on the margins and a profound illustration of a God who sees the unseen. Our story begins in the household of Abram and Sarai, later known as Abraham and Sarah. They were blessed with great wealth but burdened by a deep longing for a child, a promise from God that seemed to linger unfulfilled as years turned into decades. In her desperation, Sarai proposed a solution common in her time. She gave her Egyptian handmaiden Hagar to Abram, hoping to build a family through her. Hagar conceived, but this joy quickly turned to sorrow. The dynamics within the household shifted, and tensions flared between the two women. Feeling mistreated, a pregnant Hagar fled into the harsh wilderness, her future uncertain. It is here, alone by a spring on the road to Shur, that one of the Bible's most intimate divine encounters occurs. An angel of the Lord finds Hagar, not with condemnation, but with compassion. He instructs her to return, but also gives her a promise of her own. He tells her she will bear a son and name him Ishmael, which means God hears, for the Lord had heard her misery. The angel declared that Ishmael's descendants would be too numerous to count. Overwhelmed by this encounter, Hagar gives God a new name, El Roi, the God who sees me. For the first time, someone had truly seen her, not just as a handmaiden, but as a person worthy of a divine promise. Hagar returned and gave birth to Ishmael, and for a time there was a fragile peace. Abraham loved his firstborn son dearly. However, 14 years later, the promised child, Isaac, was born to Sarah. The old tensions resurfaced with renewed intensity. At a feast celebrating Isaac, Sarah saw Ishmael playing and was filled with fear for her son's inheritance. She demanded that Abraham send Hagar and Ishmael away. Torn between his love for his son and his wife's demand, Abraham was deeply distressed. But God spoke to him, assuring him that he would also make a great nation from Ishmael. With a heavy heart, Abraham sent Hagar and her young son into the wilderness of Beersheba with only bread and a skin of water. Once again, Hagar found herself in the desolate wilderness, but this time she was not alone. When the water ran out, she placed Ishmael under a bush, unable to watch him perish. She sat a short distance away and wept. In her darkest hour, God heard the boy's cries. The angel of God called out from heaven, "What is the matter, Hagar? Do not be afraid. God has heard the boy crying." Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. They were saved. The narrative tells us that God was with Ishmael as he grew up. He became an expert archer, living in the wilderness, and his descendants would indeed become a great and powerful nation, fulfilling the promise made to his mother by the spring so many years before. The story of Hagar and Ishmael is a powerful reminder that God's care extends to everyone, especially the outcast and the afflicted. It's a narrative of resilience, showing how a mother's fierce love and an unwavering spirit can survive even the most unforgiving circumstances. Hagar, the woman who felt unseen, was twice met by God in her moment of greatest need, affirming her value and securing a future for her son. Her story resonates through the ages, a testament to the God who hears and the God who sees. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. If you found this story meaningful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more explorations into these timeless narratives. We'll see you next time.